Team Toon Rose here, and we're back at you with a brand new series. Savage, my friend, tell the people how this series is going to work.
Hello guys, welcome to Rogue Tier Rundown, which is the name of the series. We're going to be choosing decks that we think you may be seeing a lot on the ladder that are not within the meta, so you don't really see a lot about them. We're going to break down what the decks do and their weaknesses. First up today, we have the Elemental Hero, or Variant Hero, as a lot of people call it. This deck shows a lot of hero monsters. Some have visions, some have elementals, some lean more towards the destinies. But the main thing you can see is that it will be utilizing DPE alongside some other strong hero monsters. For instance, Absolute Zero, and even variants that run Malicious Bane. So the strong points of the decks are, if you're going second and you catch your opponent off guard, you're going to be able to one-shot them a good 95% of the time. Decks are extremely consistent thanks to Stratos, as well as Ferris, Vion, and Increase combo. As far as weak points go, the deck does not deal with destruction very well and removal. A really good way to ruin a hero player's day is to play Nibiru. You can also play things like Regeki and Lightning Storm. This will mess up their day. Though a smart heroes player will always keep his key heroes in defense position if playing first. Something you can do on the ladder while facing this deck to outplay it is simply stop them from searching with Stratos, stopping their special summon with Ferris, and even exiling cards from the yard that they're going to use for Miracle Fusion. These are good ways to shut down the deck, and they'll probably sit there and cry behind their screen. So.
Now, the deck I'm doing is Dragon Maids. Dragon Maids, why? Because it is a deck that's been on the meta before, but it keeps not reaching that point, and I'm going to break it down to why I think it should still remain in meta. The reason why I think it should remain in meta is because, for one, it's a very... it's flexible. You're playing out a graveyard, and your graveyard leads you into your extra deck leads you back into the graveyard, and you're allowed to draw some cards in between that period. But the main, I would say, like the top deck of Dragon Maids runs the DPE combo. It runs, your access code, and your Underworld Goddess. These cards are just easy to get into thanks to Dragon Maids, because you are playing a lot of cards at a time. Now, the key cards for Dragon Maid is obviously your House Dragon Maid and Dragon Maid Yugioh. Those two cards are without a doubt your boss monster, the top dogs. Those are the two cards that as soon as it hits the field, everybody's going to try to get rid of. And they are very hard to get rid of because Yugioh as itself and I believe House Dragon Maid have built-in negates and counters on them. So they are a bit of a pain to get rid of. The top deck that I've seen that made the meta did run the Twin Triangle Dragon. This card allows you to grab a level 5 or higher monster in your graveyard and special summon it to the zone that the card points to. Now, with Twin Triangle Dragon, this sets up for you to get out a Yugioh in your graveyard, a regular dragon in your graveyard, so you have wiggle room with the extra deck cards. And obviously, it's running the DPE combo, so if anything really does give you some trouble, you just drop out Anaconda, or you drop your Fusion Destiny, bada bing, bada boom, now you have DPE on the field. Now they're worried about that, or they have to worry about Yugioh. DPE Yugioh at the same time is a very, very annoying combo, and it does get around a lot of things, but the reason I think that it's not consistently in meta is because of hand traps and negates. Now, the thing that can shut this down really quick is Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave, if you pitch one of your dragon cards to your graveyard, it's going to require you to take your dragon, swap it out for your maid, and then that's how you get your dragon. But if it's called by the grave, you can't really play that dragon. You can still go into the extra deck with that card, but it's just harder to do so. Also, the deck really struggles against if your extra deck's locked out, or special summons locked out. It's a little hard to play the deck because it does require special summoning a lot. If you're running up against Gravekeepers and they have Necro Valley out, you're screwed. You might as well forfeit and try again because you're not gonna win. And negates like Appaloosa and Baron, DeFleur, and hell, even Borreload. Those cards will hard counter your Dragon Maid deck.
While I was playtesting the new deck, which you guys will see whenever it rolls around my turn to do it, I ran into a fun deck that used Jerry Bean's Soldier and Bean Warrior alongside the Shaddolls and Alistar.
Okay.
I believe the guy called it Beaning It Up.
Beaning it up. My my honorable mention is actually gonna be the little furry hairball from hell, Karibo. I've ran into so many Karibo decks, and they're not hard to beat. They're just annoying. I mean, it is the Yu-Gi-Oh's very first hand trap, but I've seen a couple really good ones and a lot of really bad ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it out to the hairball from hell, Karibo.
Well, that's it for Rogue Tier Rundown. As you can see, we brought the spicy decks and put them in the spotlight. Make sure you tune in next time.
Don't forget to hit that like button. Also, drop a comment down below saying if you like this video or not. Also, while you're here, subscribe. It's free, helps us out, and you guys get notified for when we upload the best and juiciest content to the YouTube. And with all that said, I'm Kami, he's Savage, we're Team Tin Rose, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Later.